welcome back. It's the Summit 7 American Qualifier Grand Finals, and a happy Mother's Day to all of the hard-working moms out there, all right?
Thank you.
Woo! Happy Mother's Day.
10 seconds
Happy Mother's Day
remaining.
to you and your mother, Lacoste.
Thank you, man. You're always so
5
kind.
seconds remaining.
All right, I'm dying right now. I was trying to see if I could quickly sneak in time for a tiny
Reserve
cracker
time.
sandwich, but apparently these guys do not want to wait around. We're just going to get right into more Dota action. So where do we leave off here? DC, 2-1 in this series at the moment. Again, just one win away, and they suddenly qualify for making it out to the Summit land. It wouldn't be the first time the DC
DC's
name
turn
has
to
made
pick.
it out to the Summit, but I think a first time for a lot of these players, maybe with the exception... Oh no, Mason has actually been to a Summit under EG, and I believe Bulba also has made it to at least
Radiant
one
team
Summit.
pick.
I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's definitely been to at least one. So, while on the side of MP have already been there, but yeah, every single person on MP have been to a Summit before. So only a couple of faces on DC, it would be their first time.
10
I'm glad that I
seconds
established
remaining.
all of that, okay? I wanted
Yeah.
to know who's been to a Summit before and who
5
hasn't.
seconds
It's
remaining.
very important.
I know I hasn't been, so
You hasn't
haven't
been?
been.
Okay.
I haven't
Reserve
been. Yeah.
time.
Things
right.
may change this time. We'll see. Things may change.
Well, who knows?
You're
Maybe
gonna
I
do.
get an invite.
I mean, you're probably all about the bathtub interviews. I'm sure, right?
Well, I gotta do something weird.
Let me just remind everyone about this picture real quick. Okay, yeah, bathtub interviews. Definitely a specialty of Lacoste if it's something we come across. We'll see. Here, Digital Chaos back at it again, looking to go for that win. They found success with the Lycan in the previous game. Why not go for it again? It's out there. They take it, and they get it after a Rubik pickup.
DC's turn to
NP are the
ban.
team with the first pick advantage here in game number 4. They use their first pick on picking up an Ogre, and then followed up with a Bristleback right away for MP. So, okay then. They're feeling like Bristleback is
10 seconds
the journey
remaining.
they want to go down. Another Envy Bristle game.
5
Yeah.
seconds
Well,
remaining.
there's no Wisp this time. Crystal Maiden is still in the pool, but there are two
Reserve
bans
time.
coming out from DC, so they should ban it because Bristleback without the mana is yeah.
Sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad Bristol.
Crystal Main is the next best bet, and then actually I would say Keeper of the Light could give a run for the money. You get the benefit of that double quill action. You know, I think it's pretty good. But
Yeah, that's also true.
they'll get one or the other, I'm sure, because you're right. Mana is
Radiant
definitely
team
something
back.
he will be needing a lot more of. DC take preemptive measures to get rid of the troll. It was Thunderbirds, remember, in our first series today that dished out one of the most ridiculous attack speed lineups I'd ever seen with Ogre and Troll and Legion Commander and an Invoker. It was quite
DC's
ridiculous.
turn to ban.
Here, they are not looking to get any extra power hitters. And also, goes without saying, second phase, we must be seeing the Meepo band come out, and MP will do it. They already witnessed its power in the
10 seconds
what was it,
remaining.
second game of this series.
Yeah. Just a friendly
5
reminder,
seconds
this is
remaining.
Team NP's 7th game in a row, so that's why
Radiant
that's
team
why there's
back.
no pauses between the games.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a long day already for MP, and a long week for all of these teams. Most of these teams have been playing at least 2 best-of-3s every day as they hop between,
10
Epicenter
seconds
and
remaining.
Summit. Some also going over to, Zotac, Dream League.
5 seconds
It's
remaining.
crazy. And I would imagine Dota fatigue is there.
Reserve time.
I don't know how much it would influence their drafting also, or their play, saying, hey, we want to end this game fast. Let's pick a fast ending lineup. Their DC are going to be getting rid of the Coddle. So Crystal Main seems to be one of the best remaining options if Team MP do indeed want to grab up that mana support.
Yeah. CM and Ogre Magi are good like roaming duo, and Bristol needs that mana pool to be ready for some quill spraying.
You keep talking. I want to eat a cheese cracker.
Alrighty. DC might pick a Crystal Maiden because they have a first pick. but Rubik and CM, that's kind of a same hero. Not much roaming going on until CM gets like level 3 or 4.
Oh, thank you. You want to eat anything?
All right, I have some Oreos actually.
Oh, I have Oreos here too. Cool.
DC's
You're like an
turn
honorary
to
American.
pick.
No milk though. Yeah, well.
Oh, no
I
milk.
got-
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Hell, look at this. Okay, the puck ban coming out this time from MP, fearing the lockdown and mobility.
Radiant
Abed
team
was able
pick.
to sport in the previous game, but what DC do is grab up the Legion commander. It appears here for Forev. Got that way to force to face. She's great because you force the Bristleback to face forward.
Yeah, when you're playing
10
Legion
seconds
Commander
remaining.
against Bristleback, the one thing you're saying is, Bristol, you're not taking it
5
up your
seconds
ass. We're gonna make artificial vagina for you.
Wow.
Reserve time.
Real nice. Okay.
Change Bristol's gender.
You're out of control. What time is it there?
It's 5 a.m.
All right, I understand. All right, here we go.
DC's
NP,
turn to
the
pick.
MSS Beastmaster. Took a while for them to finally pull it out, but here it is now. That says they also want to push. We could have a serious clash this game. Both these teams are drafting themselves into lineups that come online pretty early.
Radiant
So I don't
team
think
pick.
anyone wants to be playing any more hour-long games, it feels like.
Warlock. I'm surprised I didn't see Warlock in this series at all.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
not sure if.
Seconds
Now that I think
yeah.
about it, there has been no rock drops coming out.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, would notice that definitely if there was a rock.
Reserve time.
All
Even though
right.
I feel even though I feel dizzy in my head right now, I still have a good memory.
10
Don't pass
seconds
out or
remaining.
anything, okay? You're going to be fine.
Well, we've been casting for
5
what,
seconds
9 hours
remaining.
straight.
Yeah, we got another 9 to
Hey.
go.
Yeah.
Templar Assassin
DC's
going to be the
turn
4th
to
pickup
ban.
right now coming out from MP's side. I like Radiant side's access to the Ancient Camps a bit better than Dyer's. They feel a lot closer. We even already saw, I want to say Weehaw earlier today, able to
10
kind of just do
seconds
easy work
remaining.
on the Radiant side as TA, just kind of making her own stacks if necessary.
5 seconds remaining.
And they're going to have more opportunities to be able to take the Roche sooner.
Reserve
Both these
time.
teams are going to have pretty good Roche lineups potentially, but
Radiant team ban.
Templar now paired together with the good vision advantage that the Beastmaster brings. He provides the jump opportunity, the initiation factor.
Yeah, both teams have a good vision game.
10 seconds
Beastmaster
remaining.
with a Hawk, Templar Assassin traps,
5
Wolves by
seconds
Lycan.
remaining.
Death Prophet. We actually might make it
Radiant
through the whole
team
series without MP, without MP pecking Death Prophet. Oh, actually, MP banned Death Prophet. Huh. I mean,
Yeah,
I have not seen any other team pick it, but you know,
10
you never know
seconds
in a
remaining.
in a matchup like this one. Here, MP though, Dazzle, our first one of the
DC's
series,
turn to
helps
pick.
quite a bit with already the armor mitigation they have going and the physical damage with the Templar Assassin and the goo coming out from the Bristleback. Now you have a way to bail out the TA together with the Refraction, might be able to, you know,
10 seconds
slip
remaining.
away from trouble, and then DC respond with a Tinker.
Yeah, there's nothing to catch that Tinker besides Beastmaster. So it's a really good pickup.
It really is only the Beastmaster and then maybe like scouting with traps or something. This Tinker, if given the opportunity to really come online, might have
Yeah, but
an easy game.
even if they scout him in the trees, for example, with traps, they got nothing to stun him with.
Yeah.
Bristol, Dazzle, TA, they got nothing. Ogre needs to be in range for stun, so BM is the only one.
That is sounding like a big problem here for MP in the draft. Do you think that is enough to kind of hand the draft over to DC? Is the Tinker going to be that much of a problem, or is there a way MP could supplement that? Put on a serious ass beating, let's say, in the laning phase, so that Tinker really never becomes relevant. Is there any way they could prevent him from just being able to do his own Tinker thing?
Well, he will do it, if not early, he's gonna do it later on. So I favor DC's lineup because look at the damage: Fatal Bonds, Laser, Aghanim Scepter, Tinker. I'm talking about like mid-game fights. Also, they will need to just focus Dazzle in those fights. Also, they have Wolves if they want to like go for some cheesy strats, TP with a Tinker on a Wolf, get some good gangs going.
All right. I can't help but side with you a bit. I feel DC have put themselves into a really good draft that seems pretty nice to execute, while MP, you know, little options of lockdown could prove to be a problem. It's not even just the Tinker that you hope to have a lot of lockdown for. We saw even in the last game, Lycan is just going to run all through the squad if they have no way of stopping him. So this, I'd be pretty nervous if I was an MP fan watching this one, but we'll have to see. Maybe there's something up the sleeve of MP, but everybody's getting hyped up and ready. You can hear the crowd going crazy.
Yeah, you can hear the applause.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just going
from Forev.
As we get underway, the early ward game meta is upon us. Now, this is something that definitely did not exist in old Dota. This is a recent thing. This whole let's TP out and get those wards down in the lane right away. I mean, this is a new support meta.
Yeah, it's been.
Or what do you
like
are you thinking?
Quite some time.
Wrong. What?
It's been like that for, let's say, at least half a year, even more.
And I would imagine it's something that's going to be around for Dota for pretty much here moving forward. There was a lot of changes because of that. I want to say being able to buy those wards. Remember, you had to buy 2 in clumps. You know, the runes coming out. You know, they never use the bounty runes coming out. People making audible lane shifts. It's just crazy to think about how much has really changed in the game, but enough oogling over how great of a game Dota is. Let's get this one started in what could be potentially our last game of this grand final. It's time for game number 4 with DC up a 2-1 gaming advantage. They only need one more to qualify for this LAN. MP, though, you look at their draft and you question if they're going to have what it takes. They are fighting for their tournament life and pushing for a game number 5. Lacoste, let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it. Both teams decide to go for double lanes, BM and Dazzle. Obviously stronger lane on top, also on bottom lane as well. Legion Commander plus Warlock, stronger than Ogre and Bristleback.
Nice little mirror match to get things going. Dubu is going to be the first one to step away from the lane, it would appear, after dishing out some casual damage. He's going to...
He just wants to stack for Tinker, yeah.
All right. I'll bet in his matchup against Fatsa's TA here. It's been a while since I've seen the Fatsa TA in action, but one to probably be able to bring in the best as far as denies will go. If you're trying to slow the roll of Tinker, you couldn't ask for anything better, I guess.
We saw Fanta's Templar Assassin yesterday.
Oh, you're right, you're right. First blood, we catch all the action. It's top lane. A hard committed dive behind the tower proved successful here for MP as MSS able to slice his way in. Pilot Eye gets the last hit, but Pilot Eye also will hand over a kill trade. But MP happy to get the first blood bonus.
Yeah, as expected on top lane, I mean, Dazzle and BM. BM is a really strong laner when paired up with whatever. Like, he hits so hard.
I mean, it helps they're going against the Lycan, who has to really be invested inside the creep wave to really get any last hits. You know, makes opportunities for Dazzle to slam a healing bomb.
Not while I'm around. Mine. Selfish.
Probably
mid
see a lot
matchup,
more of that too.
Yeah, a bad dominating, kind of 11-6 against 7-2. It's kind of hard to last hit when he's spamming the laser. He's just saving up that point, seeking Mishal if needed for for a kill. If not, he's gonna just go for March of the Machines.
Looks like we have Bulba Rubik here, hoping to see maybe a courier and crossing, or maybe a opening in the mid lane to go on the Tinker, but will not get
And
either.
it's coming.
Here.
It's coming, but his invis is running out.
Is he gonna wait all the way for it within these trees? I think he might miss his window. In fact, the courier stops on the way. They know Bulba's missing and he's somewhere, and may have even grabbed a rune, so they can only anticipate it's possibly an invis rune or something. Oh, and it looks like they'll finally spot him out. Howie's crossing paths with him on the bottom half of the river. And Bulba's going to head elsewhere. Oh, look at poor Mason. He's getting zoned back by Pi right now. Pi goes in for the early poison now, too. So he's feeling extra frisky and not feeling like he's going to have to bother with going with that early point in the grave.
Yeah, and the Beastmaster went for Ring of Basilius. You don't see that in the solo lane. So he just wants to give Dazzle some extra armor and extra regen so he can harass and use heal.
Much like that, he leads in with a poison and starts bopping the wolf out of the lane as much as possible. And MSS is taking the opportunity to just hit the tower as much as he can. It looks like they're definitely trying to push things forward in this game.
Oh, a bad
right
mid
out of
lane.
the gate, but yeah. We catch Abed, slowed on down. Aoi moves in with the Ignite, and they're going to be able to take him apart. Aoi gets that last hit. MP are suddenly up 2-1 now.
Heist.
I mean, a roaming ogre is something you should suspect, but Abed, I guess, just caught a little far forward at that moment.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not what you see often. Like, both offlaners have the highest CS in the game.
Yeah, I mean, MSS is granted pretty much one of the easiest lanes to work with having the Dazzle by his side, and yeah, you could pretty much say the same thing here for Forev at the moment. Forev trying to finish out what looks like the phase boost right now, but yeah, top lane, they already got the tower down, so more money in the bank right now for even MP. And really a less comfortable spot for this Lycan to farm up. He's only level 3, so he can only like sub-optimally maybe even do the jungle. His farming options are going to be quite restricted here.
Yeah, his build is Iron Talon. Usually he gets just a Quelling Blade, so he can last hit faster, but right now he wants to like be able to switch to the forest if needed. Also BM with that Ring of Basilius we mentioned, and Dazzle just creep skipping the wave. They managed to take down the tower pretty easily. Dazzle went to Poison Touch.
Oh, really?
2 levels in Poison Touch, yeah.
Wow. I mean, they're really feeling like they're in control of this one. I mean, it's 2 points into Poison. I mean, you only read it so much, but I mean, commitment to not even fall back for the grave at all here. And I like this. Envy spots out that sweet stack situation that was being built up for the Tinker, and he's like, don't mind if I do.
Oh, this is really huge.
Oh, this is a big, big take. And maybe credit to this nice ward to be able to scout out the constant movement between the lane. It's happening out right now. Invis is going to be picked up from Abed. He's going to cross under and not even know this is happening. His whole bank is gone. Oh, I can't wait. The moment they go over there to scout out, all right, let's take these stacks, they realize it's gone. It's going to be a serious sad face here. But nice bottom lane catch as Bulba's going to get the pullback for Forev to score that first duel of the game, taking out Pi.
Mid lane.
Yep, catch on behind the tower, looking to go for Abed. We have rotations to the tier 1 and tier 2. And they're looking to get us around, but already MP heading out the other direction.
Yeah, when DC finds out that there's no stacks, look at Tinker, it feels like the Christmas morning, he wakes up, there's no presents for him. Someone...
Did he just go up there? Yeah, he's like, well, wait, yeah. Didn't you tell me there were stacks here waiting for me? That is very unfortunate. But in a game situation where this Tinker's eventually going to get to a point where he's just hard to contain, MP will do everything they can in the book to be able to stall that out, and they just took away a lot of his momentum with that. So, I mean, credit to MP. They're doing everything they can. The constant pressure also top lane. MSS has not let up at all. on Mason in his lane.
Yeah, he's choking him and not letting go. He's level 5, one creep away from level 6 actually, but with that Deep Hawk in the forest, he sees all the movement, can just continue to farm on his side of the map and come to a lane when it's needed.
It's like 2 levels above where Mason is, opposite the lane. And if he's forcing people to rotate up his way, he's just doing a better job. It's really, really cool approach here from NP to put such an awkward situation onto DC's side.
Selfish.
Yeah, he has Necro Book 1 finished, 8 minute.
That's cool. This is Zookeeper build up. He's going to be looking to unleash here. Still hangs on that side right now. Fata is feeling good enough to be able to make moves now and for his own tier 1, but it looks like DC might be coming together soon. Rev has his duel up again. He's slotted to move forward for a blink after this and is about, you know, halfway or so there with already 1k of gold in his bank. But it looks like they'd like to try to make a fight happen, possibly taking him away from that bottom lane. And then Bristleback is a whole other story we haven't really talked about much either. He was the one that's been the opposite to Forev in the bottom. And if you compare him to where Mason is, you know, he's still up ahead of it by a full level. He's got Vanguard now done. And I don't know. I would say the Bristleback is having a pretty jolly time.
Yeah, he's having a good time, especially
not MSS though.
Stole those creep camps. He has a Sage Mask or Sobi Mask. I prefer to call it Sobi Mask. What is Sage?
Old school Sobi references, I dig it. MSS has to turn around and dish out his roar to stay alive. Mason attempting to body block with the wolves as much as he could, but they were not able to get MSS to stop. And MSS is still back on the move once more, even without the ulti. They're going to catch Bulba heading right back up. He's like, wait, didn't we just try to gank you? Yeah. Well, they turn it back around and they get a hold of Bulba and take him down instead. Good turnaround play there from MP.
This will do.
Oh, Fata with a haste rune trying to find a Tinker. Tinker is on the mid though.
Sees a double stack though. Might not be able to help himself. And more side money going to be pocketed here by MP.
Well, it's alright. There was no stacks for TA. Okay, there is a huge stack actually on their side of the of the map. But alright, let's take enemies stacks first.
I mean, why not? More the merrier here. Ooh, lots of delicious money here for Fata at the moment, as he's slotted to move into an early Blink Dagger. They get that money, and they're heading out the other direction. DC's coming in, but it's too late. They are going to witness that the only thing remaining is but one dragon. And again, they have been foiled.
Yeah, we were talking about Bristleback's mana pool during the picking phase. We see it right now that he has a problem. He can't flash farm and move fast, have high damage. It's going to be also a problem in a team fight. Yeah, I mean that medallion gives him some mana regen. That's 50 mana regen, but that's not much.
Tower goes down. Fata gets the finish on this tier 1.
Radiant's
And
bottom tower is under
bottom
attack.
tier 1 is the only one that does remain. Where Envy had been working, but overall
Radiant's
MP
bottom
continued to
tower
kind of
has
take full
fallen.
control. MSS still the one to watch out things on the top lane, as you can see, forcing Mason to head all the way down south, it would appear. He's going to be moving forward and into a Midas as well. So still banking on the greedier build-up and hoping to be able to just kind of push past any sort of harassment that will be coming from NP once they hit their stride. Right now, Mason going to be forced to shapeshift to avoid being chased down by Envy and his goo. And look at this, Dubu walking up. He's feeling pretty good that he had that invis, but walks himself, unfortunately, in through a sentry. Luckily for him, it's just a sentry and no further detection, so he does walk away with his life.
Yeah, on top lane, Beastmaster is already behind the tower. They might actually commit to a push if he uses a book.
he's got the level 2 and getting closer towards level 3.
Dire's top tower
But
is
this
under
jungle
attack.
still belongs to him. Mason's heading back up that way after just getting taken out of the bottom. But he'll be spotted here soon. There's a ward on one side and a hawk on another. And already
it's
people are
Roche
rotating
time.
over. But yeah, it's going to be actually MP's move into the Roche pit. They can actually see an approach from DC if they're to head that direction. Now DC have their own ward here, which will spot MP going inside for the Roche. They know this is happening. Some of them are TPing over and heading towards the shrine side, but certainly no way they're going to be able to stop them from taking it.
Roshan has
they'll
fallen to the Radiant.
Grab it up. Fata's going to be taking the extra life.
This feels like one of those games where TA just snowballs from here.
It does seem possible. I mean, she is stolen stacks, gotten the Roche, and it looked like farmed up their stack on top of it. And now could be looking for more bloodshed. There's Mason. Can they force him out of the lane again? He still needs 10 seconds before he even has the shapeshift. Owie's walking in from below, but DC are trying to posture up. Forev has that blink dagger, but no easy opportunity to make a aggressive blink duel play. It seems like it's mostly DC on more the defensive, and I don't know when we're going to be seeing Forev able to move out and kind of, well, they come together and pop the smoke. This would be probably one of the better times for them to do it.
Oh, Ogre is alone on top.
Ogre is going to be damaged. If they can burst him fast enough. Oh, they don't. Mason finally runs in there, and they will be able to get the finish, but no damage will be awarded, just a simple Ogre takedown.
It always feels sad when you don't get the damage. Everyone's like in your team trying so hard to kill him so fast, but one of those sad stories.
MSS continues to pressure and draw their attention to the top lane with assistance from Pi, but it's Fata and Envy farming on the other side of things. Fata, in fact, in their ancient camp, Mason was heading that way to be able to maybe farm that, but will be in for a rude awakening. And then when he goes from one side to another, he sees a lane where Abed's kind of working in, so it's still awkward here for Mason to find farm on the map.
Yeah, well, with that Midas,
Dire's middle tower
he
is
will
under
get
attack.
back into the game eventually if they don't just shut him down. But the problem is you have a Warlock who's level 6, not a single rock was dropped so far. I mean, you're not getting any farm at all on that hero. Also, you have a Rubik, it's pretty much you'll have like two heroes who don't deal any physical damage at all if the game drags for, let's say, 60 minutes. They're still pretty much the same hero. One steals the spell, the other one just has the rock and fatal bonds.
Yeah. And really, it's hard to take any of those fights where you can drop the rock if MP are the team that pretty much control most of the vision on the map. Anytime they try to head out for something, it seems like MP are a bit privy to what's happening. Or themselves moving in for their own offensive approach. Let's touch base with Envy now. It seems like he's been able to finish up the prized Solar Crest since we last saw him, and is already building his way towards just an early grab of the Boots of Travel.
Well, he wants to be able to, what it seems, to split push because he's on the other side of the map all the time, so he wants to join the fight when it's needed.
So what DC are doing now is they will take their party down to the bottom lane, pushing in and waiting with Forev and Dubu, waiting on the back for whoever is to show up, and eventually it will be Envy. They'll catch him with the duel. They hold on to the rock for now. Eventually they'll bring him down. Again, no damage awarded, but still a great pick. And it looked like top lane Mason had been doesn't look like forced to use his shapeshift, but he uses his shapeshift. Oh, unless it was on the back end of that bottom lane engagement as he TP's top. That would make more sense.
MSS just scouting. Okay, they can make a move actually on that Warlock if he cuts the trees.
He cuts the trees. Fata's looking to move in. He hits him with the roar, but the second they see the TP, they decide they don't want to go any further. But Dubu is still eating the power of the book. They help him out with the purge. They need a bit more, and unfortunately the boars can't go in there and get it done. Close though to getting a pick off of that little warlock. Rotations were forced and they survive.
Full Deso is finished on TA. Still Aegis is up.
And then a BKB to come after that. Really surprising there. So when is the go time here for MP? Obviously not a lineup you want to be stalling things around with. As we look over to the Tinker, obviously getting really close to where the Blink Dagger is. And at that point, he is going to be very, very hard to stop. You're just hoping that you're going to be able to blast him down with 2 shots of damage.
It's hard for NP to find a fight. You have Ogre, Dazzle, not like a good initiation. The only initiation you have is a Primal Roar, and that's it. Beastmaster needs a Blink Dagger so he can position himself in fights. DD on TA. Okay, they want to take tier 1 tower on bottom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Couple
are
shots get in
fortified.
and it forces out the early glyph. Now Fata could still hold on to that DD if something's to come out of it here. Looks like the rest of his team, with the exception of Envy at the moment, who does have that boots to travel,
Dire's
are
bottom
going to be
tower
making that
is
committed
under
push in,
attack.
looking to go for the tier 1. But the approach is coming of DC from around the corner here. The tier 1 will get dropped, but Forev actually blinks in. The follow-up rock will be there, and TA goes down. Hit so hard from the 1-2 punch of DC. Now the Dazzle is going to be committed in for a duel, and that will turn over into some damage for Forev.
What a play from Dubu there. What a nice rock. And they combined it so well. Oh,
Howie also going to be finished. Abed gets it in with the rocket after Mason chomps him down to little pieces.
The thing is, the Aegis ran out on Templar Assassin and she was standing there with half HP.
And DC were like, don't mind if I do. And just simply got the finish on TA. Now suddenly Fata brought down a peg. And sitting on the sidelines here is Envy is going to be the one taking over with the top lane
Radiant's
pressure.
bottom tower
He's got
is under
slotted up
attack.
a Shiva's guard
Radiant
coming next, but
structures are
we're
fortified.
starting to see DC swell up a bit. Tinker's got his base build done now.
A mysterious force.
And things are only going to get better for Mason. He's got the Echo Saber complete. The Midas continues to bring in some trusty funds for him. And how long do you think it's going to be before it feels like MB might be missing a window of opportunity for their lineup? Because we know they can't go super late game against this DC squad. I mean, do you think they can?
I don't think they can with Tinker, Legion Commander, who has only 24 damage, but Blade Mill is finished, and also a Lycan. They have good tower siege, but they can't get there. They need to find an opening, try to get a pick off. Beastmaster with a Blink Dagger is a perfect chance for them right now.
This is really an important fight right now for MP. If they want to be able to hold a strong position in this game, they got to make a fight happen here. If they try to make a fight and DC takes over, I don't imagine it's going to get any easier at all moving forward. So MP make a slower approach up towards the tier 2, but DC are onto him, it would appear, and waiting far
Dire's
behind.
middle tower is under attack.
MSS needs to roar Legion Commander. If he is near and he uses roar on someone else, he's just gonna save him with a press the attack.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They get their tier
Radiant's
2,
bottom
and
tower is
that
under
seems
attack.
like all they're going to be getting from this. Chalk it up to what it's worth for MP. It's a nice little bit of extra gold, but their lineup is going to be thirsty to get more done very soon here. But DC are actually the team that's going to be back on the prowl now. They have popped their smoke, and they're beginning a migration down to the bottom lane. Envy's down here. That looks like a sweet spiky treat.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Bristol. That Bristol have 0-1-0, so pretty much just farming all game long. Also, Beastmaster with that Necro 3, it was used only once on top, trying to kill Warlock, and once on Roche.
Looks like Envy will avoid the approach of DC. They will step their way out, and it looks like Envy will be fine here. He rendezvous with the rest of his squad, and they spot out the Roche. So once they get the gist that DC are mostly hanging towards the other side of the map, they feel that this is a good window of space for them to move in and get it down. They will see some Mason Wolves starting to creep in, so DC may know it's happening, but MP just do it way too fast. They'll take it down and wait out a couple of those cooldowns before they make their next move in, but I don't think DC are going to be too deterred by that.
Yeah, it seems like MP wants to fight, but again, they can't find a good fight for them. Okay, Bristleback is on bottom lane. Dazzle is behind him, though. They should be careful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, it looks like DC just don't like the situation at all. Already,
Selfish.
Bulba leaves, heads back to base, and it looks like everyone else is going to follow suit. And instead, Bulba blinks into the mid lane, looking for a jump onto Fata, knowing that Envy's going to be in the bottom lane with company and not there to assist. They have the advantage to move on in. Can't quite get a hold of him. They're going to need to move further. He's getting burnt up, though, and it looks like eventually they'll get a hold. They move in. The Fade Bolt will help get the finish. Are DC going to continue to stay in play? Are they looking to back off? It looks like Forev is going to be punished for it. An exchange of an Aegis for the Legion Commander's life for MP.
DC don't have a Glyph right now, but they still have Tinker and Rubik Fade Bolt. So they should be able to just defend it. It's pretty impossible. This feels like a 3-end game all over again. There's no 3-end, but you can't push. You're so much stronger. You have a 10k net worth lead, but you can't push.
That's for me.
MP, I feel like I would hope for MP's sake this isn't their ultimate high in this game. I mean, it feels like this is going to get close to the point where they're as strong as they're going to get against the lineup of DC. Because DC are just going to begin to swell up so much further here. Agnum's nearly complete here for Abed on his Tinker. And if we touch base with Mason, looks like it's still a journey ahead here for the AC. But they're fine with working with the time, as they have a strong high ground that they're able to hold, and they already removed MP and their Aegis, so yeah, no Roche for a while.
LC and Lycan need to talk to each other, see who's gonna go for that AC. Both have queued up.
Oh, you're right. And Forever already has the plate mail here, so I imagine Mason's gonna probably be the one to switch it out and go for something a bit different. We'll see.
He wishes that was a plate mail. It's actually a chain mail. So.
Oh, did I say
Dire's
plate?
top tower is under attack.
No.
You're on drugs.
No, I am not. I just simply... Shut up. You could still turn that into a Medallion Solar Crest, because why not? You never know. Even though we do have one of those coming together for Warlock, I think more Solar Crests are better than more ACs, right?
Yeah, definitely.
MP, MP are sweeping their way, trying to get back into controlling DC's side of things by heading up into their jungle front. But DC are still avoiding things out. Bulba even pushing through this bottom lane, him and his watchful eye over Abed as he continues to jump in and out, trying to get that finish of the tier 2 down there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
MP will have Envy do his thing down here so that he could
Radiant's
bully
bottom
away
tower is
DC
under
and then
attack.
Boots of travel in
Dire's
for a
top
fight if
tower has
necessary,
fallen.
but DC can kind of move across the map a bit faster, it feels. We'll have to see.
Dire's
It's
top tower
already
is
going to be
under
MP
attack.
sieging into the high ground. Fata going in on this tier
Radiant's
3.
middle tower is under attack.
Bulba steps in, that's the second. Fata steps out. Little lingering bits of the upheaval. Not enough to allow DC to get the catch. That seems to be the end of it. Fata tickles the tier 3 down to half life.
Yeah, slowly. If they continue to do it, okay, when is Roche? Well, if they continue to push, they can. They should even try to commit Necro Book with it, just from some extra attack speed, extra damage.
They just need to do that like 10 more times, and they'll get the racks probably. Here comes DC, though. You hear the charge of Forev. Going in, the rockets go out. Oh, MSS commits in, but doesn't commit the roar. Pops out the book, and then they think about stepping back. Now the roar going to be going out, and they're going to get the catch on the Bulba. Now the rock follow-up, though. There from DC. Fata runs right through with the back end of his BKB, and him and Envy will be able to rip right down Dubu. Only the support's going to be dropped on the side of DC for this one, though. The rest of them able to make it out.
Yeah, Legion Commander wanted to go there, but couldn't because of those pigs from Beastmaster, and for some reason Rubik blinked in, tried to go, and...
Fata's back inside. Looking to hit up at that tier 3. Marches begin to roll out here from Abed as they're trying to slow them down, and that's when the laser strikes, and I think that's when the push concludes.
TA is 100 gold away from Lincoln Sphere, so Legion Commander won't be able to duel her, and no laser.
They'll block one of those things, for sure, but I don't know. Do they have anything to be able to preemptively pop it? I mean, maybe Bulba could just, you know, set up a Fateful first.
Yeah, well, he can do that. It's one of those games where Legion Commander should go for Heaven's Halberd.
Oh, wow! Bulba learns a hard lesson right there. He gets shot down right away from Fata, and now Dubu could be next. Gets off the Fatal Bonds, but soon meets a quick fate. And so does Mason. My goodness, Fata just unloads the kill switch. And MP roll right on in, and Mason does have a buyback available, and I can bet you anything, MP are going to try their best to force it out here if possible.
Yeah, well, what MP can do right now is try to siege one side with TA and the Bristol, and on another side with the book from BM.
Abed's in trouble! That link, it stopped the laser! And he was able to turn it over on Abed to get the finish. Forev tries to follow up with a duel, but he only hands over more damage to Fata. Oh, the Lincoln's play! Allows it to take it right back to the Tinker, and they still don't want to have to use the buyback. So they're going to be losing their tier 3, and they're going to be losing their racks. So MP are like, if you don't want to buy back now, we're going to make you. So they just run right to the mid lane, and they're going to go for the tier 3 and racks there too.
Alright, with BM Aura, Bloodlust,
wow! And just like that, 2 sets of racks go down, and MP are fighting their way in for a game 5. Whoa, Fata has been just, he just went like crazy these past 2 minutes.
Well, they actually found an opening with BM Roar and some bad positioning from DC. They should just stick together in base, just try to find if NP goes too deep, we saw them doing that before, with laser and overwhelming odds plus some good duel, they could have defended there. Now they're in a really difficult position. 2 Raxes down, 2 sets of Raxes, and Roche can spawn in the next 10 seconds.
It's going to be 2 sets and both shrines, and if it was just 1 set, I'd say it was something else, and DC will still be in a fine position, and they could still hold this one out and just kind of continue to persevere until they just, you know, simply outmatch MP in any fight. But MP gets so much from that. The real potential of the ridiculous push power unleashed there. And now they smoke up. They're going to be looking to go for the ultra finish. And of all the people they've spotted, it's Mason nearby. Mason's trying to run. He gets hit with the roar, and he goes down. Or does he? The purge is there, but eventually he's going to get dropped, and he doesn't have a buyback. He may have bought out already, saving up the money. He got a Hyperstone in his stash, so he doesn't have a buyback at all. Oh my goodness. MP looking to move back in. Abed stuck within the trees, but between him and Forev, they will be able to get the takedown of Owie, but Fata continues to move forward, gets the finish. Forev's going to go. Forev with a buyback available to him. Bulba continuing to hide within the trees, but MP really
managed to find the gem as well. Roche should be up in 15 seconds. If they want to go on bottom line, they should just take that tier 2 tower right now. There's no the way Tinker can TP. Also with the Shiva's guard, Bristleback.
Dire's bottom
Oh,
tower is under attack.
Fata not a part of the team. He heads to the mid lane, and Bulba calls it after getting evaporated. They don't even think they have a chance to defend the last set of racks. And look at this, Lacoste, we're going to a game 5.
Victory.
I actually
Oh.
told you we are gonna have 8 games today. You didn't listen to me.
I really
yesterday.
thought that was DC's game based on the draft, but holy shit. MP get that one monster opening and just run and ransack through all of DC's base. That was clutch. That was amazing. I wish I could replay that. Very cool.
They were just building it to that one point where TA gets so big, especially with Lincoln Sphere, with all those auras, BM, Bloodlust, also Bristleback just being so tanky. They had to get out of the base at one point, so DC made a mistake and they punished them.
It's really hard to kind of digest it all. It's already been a ridiculously long day of Dota, but it is not going to be over yet. With that, we're going to be heading into the very hype game number 5 matchup here for the Summit 7 American Qualifier. But first, we'll be cutting to just a minor break. I do want to remind you guys one more time to please be sure to check out defenseofthepatience.com. It's a super cool podcast featuring regular guests from all over the Dota community, people you know and love, and of course all your favorite pro players, frequent news and updates from Breaky CPK, and the most popular podcast on iTunes. Go check out Defense of the Patience. We'll cut to a small break, guys. When we come back, it's time for Game 5 of the Hype Grand Finals.